I do mostly residential work, additions, and some new construction. I also teach architecture. So my normal day is a little bit of teaching at the university, and then also um, dealing with my business. I think a lot of it had to do with client relations. So what I was not expecting was that, I figured that there would be certain tasks that the virtual assistant would take on, but what I was surprised was that the virtual assistant I worked with had a really good rapport with clients, exceptional rapport with clients. So to the point where I quickly realized that I could really turn over a lot of the client interactions that I felt that I originally would need to monitor and make sure that they were, going in correctly or things are being articulated correctly. I was really, really surprised and really happy that she was able to work with clients very well, communicate very well, very articulate. Well, for my business, drafting is a big part of what we do, right? There's really no way around it, especially if you're a sole proprietor. Um, you really have to control that process, or at least be involved with that process. But what I found with my virtual assistant was that I could give her fairly minimal direction for drafting, architectural drafting. And this also includes renderings, and it's also even working with consultants. I learned pretty quickly that I could trust her with my consultants, whether that be a civil engineer, structural engineer. So it's been a great benefit in that way.
Yes.
Gives me more time for things that I need to tend to, so that it really frees me up to do to stay focused on running the business, right? I'm really handing off items that would take up my time, but were not really paying back my time to me monetarily. So GVE is cost effective for me. The price point for having a virtual assistant works well for me. So it's really just, I would say it's just, again, an efficiency. It's cost and time benefit. Craig was involved in the initial interview with me, and then he brought my virtual assistant into an interview, and quite quickly we set up Zoom calls, we worked through email, we worked through a Dropbox, a version of Dropbox for documentation. And then also Craig quickly kind of worked with me on the price structure and how that would be done, payments, and all that works quite well through your system. So I've been very happy with that flow of work with GVE. I would say it took about 2 to 3 weeks, really, where I had to, absolutely, because it's getting to know your virtual assistant, right? And so that's a big part of it, especially if you're coming in new to this type of arrangement, business arrangement. And so for me, with my virtual assistant, it did not take long. I've been in the industry for 20 years, so I've interviewed clients or employees for my firm in the past, so I'm familiar with the process. I can read people fairly well, I think. And again, it took a couple of weeks, and I was convinced that this person I was dealing with was going to really be able to help me. That I would tell other people, other companies, or someone like myself in the construction business and industry is that To give it a try because it does work quite well. The you know there the, we have mechanisms now set up with through Zoom, through email, through Dropbox to make this quite seamless process. So it's not that different than working with somebody in the office who are you are communicating with remotely. I think you'll be very surprised and you'll be very happy with the results, both monetarily and also just taking work off of your plate so you can be more productive, focus your energies on your business and where you want to focus them,